Welcome to Catholic News World.
Welcome to Catholic News World. Here are this week's breaking news headlines.
During his homily for Corpus Christi, Pope Francis said, "It is the Eucharistic gesture par excellence, the identity gesture of our faith, the place of our encounter with the Lord who offers himself to make us be reborn to a new life. This gesture is also shocking. Up until then lambs were sacrificed and offered as a sacrifice to God. Now it is Jesus who makes himself lamb and immolates himself to give us life. In the Eucharist we contemplate and adore the God of love. It is the Lord who does not break anyone but breaks himself. It is the Lord who does not demand sacrifices but sacrifices himself. It is the Lord who asks for nothing but gives everything. To celebrate and live the Eucharist, we too are called to live this love. Because you cannot break the Sunday bread if your heart is closed to the brothers. You cannot eat this bread if you do not give bread to the hungry. You cannot share this bread if you do not share the sufferings of those in need." After the Angelus, the Pope said, "Dear brothers and sisters, I follow with pain the news coming from Canada about the shocking discovery of the remains of 215 children, pupils of the Kamloops Indian Residential School, in the province of British Columbia. I join the Canadian bishops and the entire Catholic Church in Canada in expressing my closeness to the Canadian people, traumatized by the shocking news. The sad discovery further raises awareness of the pains and sufferings of the past. May the political and religious authorities of Canada continue to collaborate with determination to shed light on that sad story and to humbly commit themselves to a path of reconciliation and healing. These difficult moments represent a strong appeal for all of us, to move away from the colonizing model, and also from today's ideological colonizations, and walk side by side in dialogue, in mutual respect and in the recognition of the rights and cultural values of all the daughters and the children of Canada. We entrust to the Lord the souls of all the deceased children in residential school in Canada and pray for Canadian Indigenous families and communities in pain. Let us pray in silence. I wish to assure my prayers for the victims of the massacre carried out on the night between Friday and Saturday in a small town in Burkina Faso. I am close to my family and to the entire Burkina people who are suffering greatly from these repeated attacks. Africa needs peace and not violence." Today in Chiavenna, in the Diocese of Como, Sister Maria Laura Minetti, of the Daughters of the Cross, is beatified, killed 21 years ago by 3 girls influenced by a satanic sect. Cruelty. She who loved young people more than anything, and loved and forgiven those same girls who are prisoners of evil, leaves us her program of life, to do every little thing with faith, love and enthusiasm. May the Lord give all of us faith, love and enthusiasm. A round of applause for the new blessed. On the 29th of May, 2021, thousands of pro-lifers rallied in the Croatian capital of Zagreb ahead of local and mayoral elections. Luka Hudinsek, one of the rally's organizers, told reporters, "It's our duty to advocate for protection of every human life, including unborn children." He also emphasized that the march sought to demonstrate on behalf of the elderly against possible euthanasia. Another organizer, Stjepan, said, "We expect the politicians who represent us on both local and national level to uphold the basic human right, the right to live." Organizers also urged officials to provide more support to pregnant women. Many young people were among the thousands of peaceful demonstrators, and banners reading "Unborn Lives Matter Too" were displayed. One demonstrator told Croatia's national broadcaster HRT that human lives needed more protection. He said, "Some animal species are protected, but the human life is not." The march took place in the western parts of downtown Zagreb to Zrnjevac Park. About 90% of Croatia's 4.2 million people are Catholics, and the Church holds a key role in society. In the city of Dimoso, Kaya State, in eastern Myanmar, the Catholic Church of Our Lady of Peace in the parish of Dongunka, in the Diocese of Loikaw, was intentionally attacked by the Burmese army and suffered considerable damage. It is the 6th Catholic structure affected by attacks or incursions by the army. As reported to Fides by a priest of the diocese, Father Paul Tinray, no injuries or victims were reported, and the church is one of the buildings attacked in the area. Several houses were damaged or burned by indiscriminate artillery bombings carried out yesterday, June 6, since the early hours of the morning. For weeks now, the local church has made its facilities available to the displaced people fleeing the bombings. Next to the church complex, there is a nursing home run by the Sisters of Reparation where, together with the older nuns, there are about 150 vulnerable people from Dongonka village, including women, the elderly and children. The parish priest also lives with them, but in reality, they are not safe. Since Kaya State has become a war zone, no place is safe, Father Francis Sunang, another local priest, told Fides. We have appealed to the military not to attack churches because many people, especially the most vulnerable, are taking refuge in them. But the appeal has fallen on deaf ears. One of the reasons they are attacking the Catholic Church is that, by collaborating with many donors, the Catholic Church has taken initiatives to help more than a third of the total population of Kaya State, more than 300,000 people, who have been forcibly displaced due to indiscriminate attacks by the military regime, adds the Jesuit Father Wilbert Murray. Cardinal Reinhard Marx of Germany offered his resignation to Pope Francis over the Church's abuse crisis. Cardinal Reinhard Marx, age 67, is a German cardinal of the Catholic Church and the Archbishop of Munich and Freising. Pope Benedict XVI elevated Marx as a cardinal in 2010. He offered his resignation as Archbishop to Pope Francis on the 4th of June 2021. However, Pope Francis rejected the cardinal's resignation. The Pope wrote, "And this is my answer, dear brother. Continue as you propose but as Archbishop of München and Freising. 6 Catholic priests and missionaries were abducted, some tortured and a church was attacked in Cameroon. Within the past 2 weeks, 6 Roman Catholic priests and missionaries were abducted, and a church attacked, leaving at least 2 dead and 11 wounded." Moki Edwin Kindzeka, Voice of America. International Christian Concern reported that clergy in Cameroon are appealing to both sides of the country's separatist conflict to stop the targeting and abduction of priests, reports Voice of America. According to VOM reporter Moki Edwin Kindzeka, the Roman Catholic Church in Cameroon stated in a press release on Tuesday that priests are being attacked, abducted, tortured, and killed due to the conflict between the Anglophone separatists and the Francophone government. Reverend Father Humphrey Tatambuyi, the Director of Communications at the National Episcopal Conference of Cameroon's Catholic bishops, stated that at least 6 priests were tortured by the military or rebels within the past 2 weeks. The Church preaches peace. The Church teaches that you cannot have peace without justice and without the truth, Buey said.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. God bless.
Please subscribe to Catholic News World's YouTube channel. Thanks and God bless.